Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to a lot of episode of This Might Not Go Well. Yes, sir. Episode 42. We in the building. All right, you already know what it is. The host with the most, Brezzy Puppy Sauce Zone.
Yo, what's going on, everybody? It's your boy Slick Grayson. How's everyone doing out there?
About episode 42. Okay, you know how this goes. Before we start, please follow us on all social media. This Might Not Go Well.
Facts.
You know, if you got any business deals, business opportunity, if you want a guest appearance on this podcast, email us at thismightnotgo@gmail.com.
Facts.
You already know how it goes. Let's do the weekly check-in. How you doing, brother?
I'm chilling, bro. I'm chilling. First full week back at the JOB, but it's been going smoothly. I'm tired. I don't know, man. I don't know. You know, life was different when when the panty dropped. It was wild. You know, you go to work for a couple hours, you was chilling. Now
I've been seeing you tweeting. You know, day 4 out of 180.
I'm honestly. Anybody that's working in DOE, this is the realest shit I can tell you. Just try to make it to the weekend, bro. Just try to make it, man, bro. Whoever you is, try to make it.
But I just recently got pushed back. The mandate got pushed back.
Yeah. I mean, I'm big vast, but some of my closest constituents, shout out my dreaded mine, even though that's neither here nor there. But you know, it might not be in the job. A lot of people, it's like 10,000 people. If you live in, we'll talk about this later, but I mean, they do have the cities putting the COVID vaccine mandates. If you're not vaccinated, no, not only can you not go to restaurants, can you not go to the gym, you can't go to work.
Stay away from me, you unvaxxed heathens.
Don't do that. That shit's it's still wild to say. Like, niggas is really saying, yo, you can't do nothing.
Keep your ass indoors, you unvaxxed criminal.
But judge came in and pushed that shit back, so people thought that tomorrow was gonna be the last days of work if they wasn't getting the vax, but they got a couple more days because it's about to be, I think they said they have like a 3-judge system, so they're gonna have like 2 out of 3 votes, whatever they vote, that's who's gonna, majority rules it. But yeah, man, work, still trying to build routines. I've been real like, yo, bro, I ain't touched my P5 this week.
Yeah, I haven't
like photography. I picked up my camera. I used it for the first time in like 2 weeks the other day. It was for work. Like, I had to take pictures out of the assembly. So it's like, just trying to establish a strong work-life balance is probably like my biggest thing right now.
That's the biggest thing too. It's like you want to, like, it's the saying is not too much hours in a day is very facts. Like, you want to get good sleep. You want to have your free time. You want to put in work for the future, and you also got a job, and plus the commute and everything like that. It's just not enough time in a day.
Yeah, them niggas be lying. That post that meme like, yo, you wake up at 5 a.m., you put in time for your 9 to 5, then you put your me time in from your 5 to 9. I'm like, yeah, I tried that shit, nigga. I was asleep by 6:30. I tried. I'm trying to figure it out. I'm making minor headway. I ain't gonna shit on myself. I'm making headway, but it's just about these kids coming back, trying to give them the best parts of me that I can so that they can, have a smooth transition back, because it don't matter if I'm in good spirits if the kid's not.
Yeah.
And then, everything else, everything will fall where it lays. It needs to lay. So that's enough about me. How you doing? How you feeling?
All right. This week was a good week. You feel me? I finally got to talk to my therapist this week, so it was a good session. My therapist, she caught the vid.
Miss Asia Jones?
Yes, man.
Jones.
She caught the vid, but she came back and she was ready. She was ready to therapy out here.
Damn.
She had me over here thinking about trauma that I thought I forgot about over here.
Yo, black trauma. We got to talk about that. Black trauma.
And that was one of the biggest thing, because one of the, I guess what would you call it, the epiphany or whatnot of it? It was just like
the big takeaway.
Us being black in America, we in a constant state of conflict. We can never really have the time to be at peace. We can never really gather ourselves, recuperate our energy to go another day. We have to basically recover in like small pockets to get through the day and get through our lives. But we always in a state of conflict. Just in anything, just walking around, just being black, seeing social media, seeing what's going on in the news. Like, a lot of things have been going on
in your life in general.
Yeah, and then you already starting off. Most black folks are starting off on a handicap. Yeah. If you're a woman, you double the handicap.
You don't got no feet or no hands.
You feel me? So there's only a small selection of us that really can have the state of peace. But I feel like us just being black in America, you're always in a state of conflict. And conflict doesn't mean you have to like come to blows or do anything like crazy, but it's just like the state of mind, the tension, and everything. So that was the biggest takeaway.
Like a point of struggle. I dig that, bro. Because you think about it, like I be just looking at like, yo, where I'm at in life. I'm like, yo, damn. For some people, this is it.
Yeah, and I'm not satisfied for it. And then it's like, you know, it's like I want to do better, and it's just like everything, every different factors, family, woo, coming. And you just like, damn. Some people don't really have to deal with none of that.
That's a fact. But some people came in with a situation where they didn't feel the pressure. There wasn't a lot of, I don't say a lot, but there wasn't pressure on them to, you know, make it out or break certain curses and shit.
Because look out how after we graduate, we had to quickly find jobs, quickly try to, had to sit here and, you know, basically find a mean for ourselves. There are some people out here that have parents that they could fall back on and take a year or two. Like, remember you were talking about the GoPro guy who took a year or two to go travel around the world, and he ended up developing developing GoPro and started making wild money off of that?
Bro.
Not a lot of black folks can do something like that, you know?
Yo, it's crazy. There's things, some people be like, oh, you can go back to your parents' house. Have y'all ever been to a black person's parents' house
and being grown
after going away to school or something, being on your own in some way, shape, or form? It's not the easiest thing to do. You feel me? So it's like you come back and it's like, and sometimes some parents will have that old school mentality. Oh, you ate, well, in our case, 20, 21, 22. All right, you can go be on your own. Or sometimes you just feel that like, yo, I have to go be on my own right now because I'm so accustomed to that. I don't want to, you know, reacclimate myself to rules and stuff. But then there's no affordable housing, especially if you live in like one of these major urban centers. Good jobs are few and far in between. All the stuff that's popping, everybody's going for. You feel me? So. And then a lot of times you don't even know what you really want to do till like 5-6 years after you graduate, or the stuff that you want to do, you need 5-6 years of experience that you don't have.
And then you already start doubting yourself because you're like, oh wow, I'm older now. I don't think I have the time to sit here and do it. And you know what? To everybody who's in that position right now, you do have the time. A lot of these famous people, a lot of these rich people, they didn't really start getting to the bag later in life. Jay-Z didn't put out the album until what, 27?
Samuel Jackson, they started in Lawrence Fishburne wasn't in crazy movies, so they was in their late
Morgan Freeman,
30s.
Even though I feel Morgan Freeman been old since when he was young.
Forever. He had them raisins on his face forever, but he ain't get popping until like
and Jeff Bezos, look at him.
He failed a couple times before Amazon really. It was an online bookstore. Now it's like one of the last things you go to Amazon.
You feel me? So it's like, yo, for everybody who's in that state of conflict right now, you still have time. Every day that you wake up, you have opportunity to change.
That's a fact.
Oh, look at this be a little, you know, we gotta be ratchet. Fuck out of here. Give me a gunshot slick or something. You being too positive, but you know, that's the balance of this podcast. It's the righteousness and ratchetness. But we want to shout out Feed Space.
Speed Spot.
Oh, my fault.
Look at you. You don't read your emails. Yeah, shout out to Blog That Feed Spot because they just dropped their top 100 black podcasts and your boys was on the list.
Let's go.
And we wasn't like number 99 and 98 or 75. We was number 37. We cracked the top 50.
Come on now. Not even a year in yet. And I like to let you know, the people who were in the top 25, you're talking about the top black podcast is like The Read.
Those Bomani Jones, man. Like,
I'm talking about them are really big podcasts, and we at number 37. That says a lot about this podcast, man.
That says a lot about y'all that listen too, because I mean, they went off of it's not like we ain't paid them no bread to do this. Like, legit, they were going through our metrics, going through our social media engagement, going through the episodes, and it was a compilation of data that showed we was doing something right. It actually made me feel real good because I said it before. I do this for therapy. This is fun. It's just kicking it with your brother. You know, sometimes bringing people in and, you know, talking about stuff that you probably have a conversation about in the group chat, but never really would say out loud, and creating that safe space. So that's the thing, that other people is vibing with us. We're seeing more and more people interact with, you know, our posts or reposting when episodes drop outside our just like our core friends. So
yeah, and then people want to do interviews and do features.
Yeah, we ain't get to your interviews yet. Don't worry, y'all. We still trying to figure out the right schedule, the right way to handle it. So we want this to all flow the right way. But yo, it's coming soon. So almost a year in, 37. I don't know. Let's see if we can keep that number rising. Let's try to get off the black list too. Let's try to get on some other lists.
Oh, that's a fact.
I like my people listening, but let's try to expand a little bit.
Yo, put me number 37 in the Apple list, the Apple podcast list. That's when we know we really making. That's when we with the heavy hitters over there. You feel me?
I mean, that's what everybody listening at apparently, according to metrics. But again, thank y'all everybody that's been taking this ride with us for the last almost year. And
next month.
About to say, so let's get the show rolling. But again, shout out Feed Spot. Yo, much love to everybody that's been supporting us since day one.
Yes. So on to serious news. The Haitian immigrants that's been going on in America so far, man. What's going? Break it down for us, Slick.
I mean, I'm sure everybody's seen the images of the
modern day slavery.
Basically the Haitians, the black people being run down by men on horses by Border Patrol. Essentially, what's been happening is that in recent weeks and months, there have been thousands upon thousands of Haitian migrants and other members of African descent who have been coming into the U.S. border via Central and Southern America because of a litany of reasons. We have environmental disasters going on, COVID. Imagine, we've seen how it hit major cities. Imagine places where there aren't a lot of medical accommodations to deal with this pandemic, right? So a lot of people have been coming to try to seek asylum in America. And recently, people at the Texas border and along those lines the Border Patrol has been basically abusing these people. They've been rounding them up by the hundreds to even thousands. They've been deporting some back to Mexico. Some have been sent back. Some are awaiting trial. I think last I checked, there was like 13,000 people awaiting trial to see if they're going to be shipped out of the country or be allowed to apply for asylum. And what made this so interesting too and heartbreaking is that America is built on the back of immigrants, but we've always had like a backhanded relationship with African immigrants. And I say African because again, we all know how this starts. Like we all know where we came from,
of course.
But it's really disheartening, especially when you think about the Haitian aspect of it, because Haiti, if we talk historically, the first black nation to fight colonialism and win.
That's a fact. And the crazy thing about it is they just been, excuse my French, for the most part, they just been fucking us since the Haitian Revolution. Go through a brief 30-second history lesson. After we whipped the French's ass, they made us pay $21 billion in today's money for the revolution. Mind you, that money that they used, the French end up, selling, and due to the conflict that was going on with Napoleon, the U.S. was able to get, Louisiana, all that other good stuff. And then after that, the U.S. started taking our gold reserves, continued depleting our money, and other various government interactions that they have in, corruption up to this day. And even with the earthquake in 2010 and how, Hillary Clinton and other people was taking money that was meant for us, they fuck it up. So they've been fucking us since the foundation of it.
And your heart just hurts for Haiti because you think about the earthquakes, you think about the presidential coup, the assassination of the Haitian president, and now people just trying to find a better life for them and their family. And you're supposed to. Don't quote me directly on this, quote around it, but you're supposed to, if you are fleeing a country to come to, especially the United States, you're supposed to have the right to apply for asylum.
Yeah.
They're not even being granted that right. They were being rounded up and immediately deported back or shipped off or imprisoned. And that's just not right. When you think about the number of immigrants that have come from Mexico, the number of immigrants that have come from Canada, even other outside countries.
Yeah, like Chile and all that. They came from South America. They made that trip from South America through Central to Mexico to come through to seek asylum.
And the images speak for themselves if you haven't seen them.
Yeah, fuck them images because dumb people was talking about how they wasn't whipping the people. They was like the reins of the horses was kind of. We saw a whip, nigga.
So the horse was biting at one of the guys' arm. It looked crazy, and it's 2021 modern slavery. And it's you look at the statistics historically, African immigrants struggle the most when they come to this country, when they have higher rates of judicial prejudice, lack of jobs. A lot of times, even if they are granted visas, they are put in situations where they're going to have to put those in jeopardy. So it's not a good look. And, you know, Uncle Joe Biden, not really, he's the uncle that you don't talk to at the cookout. You don't leave him around them kids.
Yep.
But he's saying that, you know, we can't stand for this. We can't have this. There will be mass repercussion. Saying what you're supposed to say when you're the president. But I don't know, man. I put it on the docket. I don't even really got to go into depth, but I say, yo, at this point, we almost a year into to the Biden era, and I know we gave Trump a lot of hell, but one thing I can say that he was direct.
Oh yeah, he was transparent for the most part.
You knew where he stood, and hey, he ain't like us, but he ain't shit on us.
I know. My only problem with Trump was the whole. If it wasn't a pandemic, Trump wouldn't went down the way he went down. I'm going to put that out there. It was because of the pandemic that fucked up his reelection. And I don't stand by Trump whatsoever, but he was transparent. People was fucking with him. It was just that when he started fighting with the WHO and Dr. Fauci about wearing masks and all that, that's when I was like, yeah, he got to get out the office, because that was really endangering a lot of people, because he made it a political thing, especially in states like Texas and Florida.
And Biden has tried to address issues with COVID, you know, pushing the vaccine. And we all know a lot of that's a money play, but that's neither here nor there right now. But you think about the other aspects of government. Trump ain't know what he was doing. So Trump was out here saying shit. Yeah, hell yeah, we gonna fight up. We gonna shoot them. We gonna blow them up. He dead. He dead. Gratata, gratata. Yeah. Trump was gangster with it. It was fucked up, but it was like, all right, Trump. Like, all right, man, good. It's not bothering me right here, but just stay on your side.
Yeah.
Biden didn't do shit the way it's been done with the last 40 some odd presidents, where it was like, yo, we're gonna do all our dirt in public, and then when shit leak, we're gonna just put it off on somebody else.
This might not go well, but I'd rather that than Trump, to be honest with you.
I mean, my Trump take might not go well. I'm just saying, I just posed the question.
Because, like, we realize, like, this country's education system, just among is ass, and people are not well informed. And the thing with Trump is, when he goes off and release these important details, you have a lot of people taking this thing and running full on conspiracy theories, and I'm tired of hearing y'all all conspiracy theories about everything. You feel me? Nicki Minaj and her cousin balls over here swelling up because of the vaccine. I'm like, I'm tired of hearing all of that.
No mind if you talk about balls, no.
Nah, that shit was crazy. And, you know, that's the only reason why I didn't really mess with Trump, because it was like, yo,
he had a lot of sheep. He had a lot of sheep. But if you think about his handling the shit, it's like, at least you knew what was happening.
That's like,
I was like, all right, I can look up what Trump say. Stock market about to go down, y'all. Here you go. He done said some shit about China.
Shit. Biden fall asleep on the press conference.
Kung flu. It was politically incorrect, but that shit was funny as fuck. But I don't know, man. I'm sitting here trying to figure it out. Like, what's going on? Like, where we at with it, Joe? You said the change was here. I still got student loan debt, Joe.
You feel me? You only did a couple.
Whatever Trump said was gonna happen, he delivered.
Except for the wall.
He tried. They got a fence.
What's your thoughts on the vaccine? We talked about it earlier, though.
The mandates. I feel like, I don't know, maybe this might not go. I might be a selfish American. Like, I feel like you can't go build a platform of freedom and then you're gonna tell, like, yo, getting the vaccine. Everything we do in this world is optional. You do lose benefit. You do lose what's it called? You do lose privileges, right? I get that. Like, you can't go to the gym. You can't go to restaurants. Me personally, I don't give a fuck. I don't like going outside. Yo, but then niggas losing their jobs.
But hold on, the gym, I ain't gonna hold you. This might not go well. This shit been lit. The gym never been so empty before, and I love it. I ain't gonna hold you. So that mean, I'm a little scared though, because that means before this mandate came, there was a lot of people that was not vaxxed up and then going to this gym shit.
You've been going to the gym for 2 weeks.
Don't do that. You feel me? You feel me? Get your shit in the winter so you can pop out in the summer. You heard?
Niggas bench a little 80 pounds and now they gym rats.
This nigga said 80 pounds disrespected.
Watch his snap, y'all. Watch his snaps.
Come on now.
But yeah,
big boy season.
But nah, I honestly, the mandates, that's like, I get it, but I feel like when it comes to the point you tell people they're going to lose their jobs, I think that's when you cross the line. And it's not across the country. Like, they can only get away with this in major cities. And I think that that's a money play, because they're not trying to create systems that will allow people to safety. So, like, for example, I'm a teacher, right? Mm-hmm. As an educator, we've seen that teaching could be done online. Not for everybody's kid, but I'm pretty sure there's a nice segment of people who would appreciate their student being able to be safely either at home or at a central location where they're not crowded. Because right now, full transparency, classrooms are full. There aren't like classrooms with 30, 35 kids across the city. You feel me? That's not safe. You're not getting 3 feet in that situation. You feel me? People are working in positions where they have to be on top of each other regardless. And there have been documents put out that say, yo, if one person has COVID in your field, whether it's education, whether it's custodial work, whatever, we're not shutting down. It has to be proven that it's like it's running rampart. So this really doesn't even change anything. We're really just trying to normalize COVID.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like I understand with the teacher aspect because you have the option of doing the virtual thing, but I'm more so thinking because I work in healthcare and I work with hospitals as well. The nurses, what they're interacting with patients and they're interacting with other staff. So you're actually in some cases you are actually in a COVID unit, or you could potentially catch it for yourself and endangering yourself and your family if you're not vaxxed, and you could do it with your staff because a lot of these people walk into these healthcare thinking that they don't have it or they might have a mild symptoms and pass it off.
That's true, but the vaccine doesn't stop it, and that's my thing. It
adds a layer of protection, and it can possibly stop you. You can have it and not spread it as rapidly as a non-vax person. And I feel like the Dr. Fauci and other people explained the vaccine perfectly in the beginning, and I feel like people keep straying away from. They never said that you can never catch COVID again if you got vaccinated, that you can't spread COVID. They said that if you get vaccinated, you will not have the serious symptoms of the virus, and you could potentially not spread it as bad as if you was not vaccinated. And that was the main thing. They never said this was 100%. No vaccination in this world has been labeled as 100%.
I mean, you know anybody that got polio?
I think polio just died out after the years. But when it first came out, it wasn't 100% effective against polio.
I ain't never met a nigga with polio in my life.
Yo, I'll tell you, give us 50 years, you're not going to hear about the coronavirus. You're going to probably hear about other viruses, but
I don't know, man. I just can't agree with you telling somebody you're going to lose your livelihood because you are concerned about what you put inside your body.
I definitely think for education, you should definitely practice the virtual option. I know there's certain jobs like I said before, like the nurses, that you can't really do the whole telehealth thing too much because it doesn't really help the patients and whatnot. But like definitely for education and other places where you can do a virtual option, you should exercise that.
I think all of this just shows how much money makes the world go around, though. Because I'm like, this is all a money play.
Oh yeah,
businesses are New York alone lost hundreds of billions, maybe even trillions of dollars. If you really think about,
and then you got people scamming the government, and the government know y'all been scamming.
Yeah, they hit Cat from Love and Hip Hop with like 17 years or something.
Yeah, so they know that y'all been scamming the government, and the government not making money, and then also they know that y'all gonna ask them for a lot of stimulus check. The government not going for that. The rich folks not going for that.
Like I said, I don't feel like it's morally right. I think people should have a say in what they do, and I think that whole ultimatum shit, I think that's some shit we don't do here. You feel me?
But is the American system even what it was supposed to be?
No, not at all. But
that's my main issue with Americans is like, yeah, this is not the first incident that y'all rights been compromised. Look at Asians in World War II. They put y'all in camps.
Oh, internment camps.
Internment camps. And then you had the whole thing throughout the whole history. They have infringed on our rights. This is nothing new. And y'all continue to use the old glory from the 1700s. Oh, yeah, this is what Americans built on. We never really practiced it. So I don't understand why y'all surprising, why y'all continue to hold on to this ideal.
I just feel like people should,
especially black folks, because I'm like, yo, y'all keep using American rights. I'm just like, we haven't really been. They haven't been included. Yeah, we haven't been included
medically.
That too, yes.
And they don't tell you what's in the vaccine. They just say we got a weak strain of COVID. We're going to inject into your system. Your body will build up the antibodies necessary to fight it. All right, we get that. But what else is in there? It might be nothing. It might just be that. But it's the idea they've given us syphilis. They've given us. They've created
this hearing the history of gynecology of black women. I'm just like, oh my God.
Exactly. Like, it leads you to just be like distrustful. And a lot of people like, yo, I'll take my chances. You feel me? So I don't know.
But
do I support it? Do I understand it? Yes. Do I support it? I'm on the fence.
My thing is, I understand that logic of I might see it out, but then is just those people who's going to complain to the government and ask to do something, and then when the government try to do something, y'all fight back against it. It's kind of like state of conflict again. There's no right or wrong answer with it, so we just stuck with it, and then we're prolonging this virus.
I don't know. You know what? I want people to take the vaccine. Here's what I need y'all to do. Give us a year. Y'all on tax is crazy. Cut the tax rate in half.
Oh, that's a fact.
Cut the tax rate in half for a little bit.
Now you potting. now you potting.
I know y'all. I'm about to say y'all be printing fake money anyway. Be like, y'all can keep that. Keep these last 30.
Yo, anybody who graduated from college, we taking 20.
I need something.
20 off the top. I'm ready.
Matter of fact, fuck that. Yo, student loan debt wiped. No matter where you came from.
Boosted me.
I'm about to
boosted me.
Give me something. You're saying my health, nigga. I ain't catch it yet.
Wait, you didn't like the Shake Shack fries?
I think I missed that one. I saw that. That was some dumb shit.
They was giving me $100 too. At one point,
wasn't that the nigga that was out here? Never mind. I was about to say, wasn't that Cuomo grabbing ass Cuomo out here?
So Emmy's so white.
That's Cuomo shit, right? Yeah, fuck
Emmy's so white over here.
Yeah, you saw his brother got in trouble too.
Yeah. But I ain't gonna hold you. It was 2005, and your husband was there, and your husband didn't fight for you.
Oh yeah, he pussy. I ain't know that part.
Big pussy.
He big pussy. But nah,
because basically what she said is like she went in for the hug. He hugged her tight, and then he went low hand and kind of gripped the cheeks.
Oh nah. And
your husband is right there, and y'all both left immediately, and then now y'all come out with that?
Yo, full transparency. I was with one of my old heads at my job, and we was talking, and I was like, cause I knew a little bit of Cuomo story, but I was like, yo, he nasty. He got caught out here. I'm full conspiracy. Like, yo, Trump probably got. He's like, nah, that shit's still wrong. And he's like, yo, like old Italian men. Historically, I'm not like the stereotypes. They're very handsy.
Oh yeah.
Like I've never really worked with one, so I don't know.
I worked at a beach club before. They're
very touchy.
Yep. They kissing on the cheek. That the form of the greeting. They very hands on.
And essentially, it's like, yo, that became work culture. A lot of powerful people from that segment of life, basically, like, yo, they was like, yo, come here, give me how's your give me a kiss, how's your touching and shit. And that shit has made women feel uncomfortable for a long fucking time.
That's true.
And it became commonplace to see it in a lot of corporate structures. So it's like he had to be held accountable. And then the second Cuomo, he's fucking up like this too, bro. Deuces, man. Your CNN takes me cool. But y'all,
they pissed somebody off.
They definitely did. But
somebody come back from 2005
but also
for
too,
a grip butt cheeks. Oh, they coming for blood.
But also too, you gotta say, like, yo, you never know how Shorty felt at that moment. And she probably been holding that shit in for like the last almost damn near 20 years at this point. You feel me? So if you feel that type of way, you gotta. I apologize for victim shaming. Don't cancel us. No, I mean it's like it's a point of growth though.
I'm shaming your husband though, because no way you gonna grab my wife butt cheek and she gonna feel some type of way and I don't fuck you up over there.
Yeah, you gonna have to see me in the parking lot.
So I'm not shaming the girl. If that's the truth and you feel that way, go 100%. Go fight the battle. But your husband pussy. I ain't gonna hold you. That's why I'm gonna leave it at that, and I'm not gonna apologize for that.
Yeah, that's fact.
But the Emmy's so white though.
Yeah, touch on this real quick. So if you were unfamiliar, the Emmy Awards, they were last weekend. They had a record number of black and brown nominees. None of them niggas won. Not a nigga. Only person.
Are we surprised?
Yes and no. Only person that won. A lot of women did win. That was historical. They gave a lot of women awards outside of just like traditional acting, but they gave them a lot of awards for like writing and such. Michaela Cole, I believe she wrote I May Destroy You on HBO, the little miniseries. She also did Chewing Gum. She won for best writer.
Chewing Gum is good.
Yeah, I Might Destroy You drink was valid too. I got to finish like the last 2 episodes, but I was enjoying the watch. But other than that, like, we had Michael K. Williams who was up. Everybody Lovecraft Country. A litany of black shows. This Is Us, Sterling K. Brown, Anthony Anderson's been nominated for like the last 8 years for Blackish and never won. Like, we had categories where it was like 4 black guys and one white guy, and the white guy what? It's just like, I will say though, Ted Lasso, I can't hate because that's my shit. That's like my favorite white show right now.
Oh yeah,
Ted Lasso is fucking hilarious.
That's the guy from
Jason Sudeikis.
Yes,
from Saturday Night Live.
My thing is, I'm not surprised, and I feel like they do this for marketing reason.
100%, because we control the narrative.
Yes, because they know that we get outraged. We're going to talk about it on Twitter, talk about it on social media, get the views up, They're going to look at it. They're going to try to pinpoint it. And then next year, they're going to go back on it to make sure to see if we win. And you know, this is my little conspiracy theory. Don't take me out, whoever listening. They do this every couple of years. Bet you next year or two, they're going to have a record number of black people winning.
They'll get like 3 or 4. They don't give Issa Radio Award because Insecure going to be over. Something that we can't be mad at.
Yep. And for the next 2 or 3 years, they're going to let white people win to get us outraged again, to have us tune in, and then boom, boom. That's how the marketing's gonna go.
I was a little off put because I'm an information hoarder, so I knew comedy wise, like I said, Ted Lasso was dope. I can't name too many comedies from the last year outside of that I thought were more deserving. You know, we didn't get Insecure. A lot of shows that typically Atlanta, we didn't have Atlanta, so shows that we can see. Blackish doesn't really get Emmys. That makes sense, oddly enough.
Yeah.
But then drama is like the best drama was The Crown. I have never watched it. I don't know what fucking channel that shit is on.
It's a popular show.
It's popular.
It's definitely popular.
I've never heard. I don't know where to find it. Is it on Netflix? Where is it at? Which channel? What's on? Wait,
it's on Netflix.
I've never seen that shit pop up my recommended.
But we also, us black people, have to realize that we are a small percentage of this country's population as well.
No, 100%. But I ain't never heard no white folk talk about it. When Game of Thrones was hot, we was all talking about that.
Yeah, but that was something that everybody usually love.
But then The Crown, you would think.
But if it's what was like 60% white people,
but then they won everything. I ain't never
60% over 13%.
I ain't never seen a clip. I ain't never seen nobody turn it into a meme. I remember when Joffrey Baratheon died, nigga. That was a meme. Nigga.
Yeah. My thing is, this should. I don't know why black people getting mad about this. This should give y'all even more reason to support black award shows. Like, I don't see y'all dressing up and going big for Soul Train Awards.
That's a fact. Soul Train they've been popping the last couple of years.
You feel me?
BET Awards.
Shout out to Steve Harvey. I don't go to the Hoodie Award when they actually acknowledge black businesses and black entertainment. Y'all don't go hard for the BET,
the BMI Songwriters Award, like all the shit that.
Bring back the Source Awards. Like, make our own Emmy.
Not the way these new niggas be acting. Don't bring back the Source Awards.
Might get shot up.
I'm about to say, they're not just throwing chairs.
But like, should be even more reason why we should celebrate or even create a black Emmy or a black Oscar, and it should be nothing but just black nomination.
They gonna say we got the BET. I think you know what it is. BET Honors was popular. Those award shows do as popular shows. I think we're looking for like that, like Lovecraft Country. That shit was amazing.
That's a fact.
I watched this whole.
I heard it got canceled, but it got renewed.
It got canceled. I think because the rumor is that because the director and creator, she signed a deal with Netflix, so you know that was like inter-studio, and they cover it's based on a book. They essentially covered all the content in the book. There was never a sequel, even though it would have been like uncharted territory for them to go for. It's like Watchmen. Watchmen was based after a comic, so there was no logical story. But HBO's been doing that. They take these black shows. They're amazing. Mm-hmm. We either get half-hour episodes, Insecure, or we get one season of amazingness and there's no follow-up.
Yeah, because like the Messiah got canceled, and I love the Messiah, but that's why I'm saying we should create our own.
Yeah, why not? I mean, I guess it depends on the critics and like who would be in the room and like establishing what is high tier black television. You know, because niggas, we just want something that's entertaining.
That's a fact. And the BET, I can't really say the BET too much, even though it is black entertainment. But it's owned by Viacom.
Yeah, so it's like you're still a white man at the end of the day. It's gonna push it. I feel like we got something like let's get Oprah. I know you don't really fuck with niggas. I know this. Well, come on, can we get an award show that's high tier that honors all black entertainment?
And Tyler
media?
Perry shit be hitting though. Some of his shows, even though it be detrimental to black men,
and he write everything from his point of view. Ain't nobody else helping that man.
Some of the shows is fire. I ain't gonna hold you. The sisterhood and all the other stuff, the election shit that he has, that presidential shit. But I'm just saying, stop getting mad. I just don't. My main thing about the Emmy So White type of stuff is like, y'all promoting the Emmys. The outrage is not really outrage for them.
It's bad. All bad press is still press at the end of the day. So and people won't pay attention to see what they do next year.
So just do y'all even really watch the Emmys?
I damn sure didn't. I just checked to see who wins the next day.
That's exactly what I do. So I'm just like, oh, y'all really outraged? Oh, y'all really surprised?
I'm about to say, they be putting...
We go do this every single year.
And now we at the point where they got performances. They let you know when them shit is on YouTube right after they done. So I just watch it on YouTube. But moving on, a little entertainment news before we get into the songs of the week. We got basketball news too, because basketball's almost back, baby.
Come on now.
But Diddy versus JD is still getting hot, man. JD was on a radio show talking that ill shit, bro.
Oh, more now. He's saying that Diddy is not allowed in certain spaces, though.
I 100%. You want to play the clips? I 100% agree with that take.
You really? Like, do you really believe in that?
I feel like this. Versus.
Oh, I got it.
You got it? So, yeah, get your joint. I'll get my point off after you play the joint. But run what he said on the radio show.
The Songwriters Hall of Fame.
Talk that talk, JD.
All right? I am in the Songwriters Hall of Fame.
Come on.
Puff Daddy's not in the Songwriters Hall of Fame.
Whoop.
Steve Stout and the Trackmasters are not in the Hall of Fame.
Which leads us to the next one. Go ahead.
The only other person, 2 people, 3 that I know that's from this era of what we do.
Yeah.
That's in the Songwriters Hall of Fame. By the way, the only other person in the city of Atlanta that's in the Songwriters Hall of Fame is my College Park brother, Dallas Austin.
Amen.
Right? So it's only 4 of us. Me, Dallas Austin, Jay-Z, and Missy Elliott.
Come on.
Oh.
But he brings up a valid point, and I think that's what Versus has to kind of look at. It showed in the Ja Rule versus Fat Joe thing. You want people that are on par with each other outside of just name.
Yes.
We're not playing name association. We're not playing song association. It's a Versus. Diddy has EP credits. He's an executive producer. That means he's the financier. That means he probably owns the label.
Mm-hmm.
That means he probably calls in favors for who he wants to help write a song, who he wants to help produce a song, who he wants to help feature on a song, how he wants to market an artist. Jermaine Dupri writes songs. Every Diddy song, no disrespect, he has a legendary career, but he has
right rhymes. I write checks.
His verses sound like whoever wrote them. That's the thing.
Fact.
Jermaine Dupri has written on some of the biggest albums ever. Not even the last 2.
Usher.
Jagged Edge, classic records that you're never going to outlive. Janet Jackson records, his own records, his hip hop bag.
If this versus happened, this I know usually we always try to make a rule or try to set like some criteria. This versus has to be a criteria. It has to be rules made on this versus.
It won't be fair one way or the other.
The thing about it is, it won't be fair if we just let them do everything. Because even though Jermaine Dupri got those hits, if you just allow Diddy to go in any type of bag, I just can't see Jermaine Dupri having a win.
But then think about it though. You got Diddy, he in his 90s bad boy bag. He in his early 2000s R&B bag. We invented the remix bag.
So are you saying if they can do whatever music out of their label, whether it's just
Whatever
Bad Boy and So Def, Bad Boy is going to win?
Not necessarily. Again, you have anthemic records, but then you also have, the thing is, sonically it's going to clash. That's the problem.
Oh yeah.
But you're going to have big hit for big hit, because I ain't going to front. Niggas throwing all about the Benjamins. I'm hitting you with some Usher, some Mariah Carey, because I'm going to fuck up your flow.
But
and I want
about the Benjamins is like top 3 best.
And Mariah Carey, We Belong Together, is not one of the greatest R&B songs ever written that every woman is going to sing no matter what. Want to rumble with the beat to when you laugh. Like, that shit is going to shake the fucking room. I'm just saying, either way, it's going to sonically be off. At least you could say Fat Joe and Ja Rule, Trina Eve, all those matchups, they were sonically in the same pocket. So it's like, all right, you going to go with your feature, I'm going to go with my feature. You going to go with your love song, I'm going to go with my love song. You feel me? It's like, did he go in his love song bag and play he got Last Night. He got a couple.
I Need a Girl.
And then
he could tap into his 112.
He go to, and then Jagged Edge, Usher.
Peaches and Cream, Only You. I ain't going to hold you. Jagged Edge ain't smoking 112 out here like that.
Didn't they smoke? No, they didn't smoke. Did they? No, 112.
And then he could go into his total. Can't you see? What Jermaine Dupri gonna hit him with? Bow Wow and Omarion, Let Me Hold You.
He could. That was a top 3 record. That's a big
matter of fact, we saw this thread. I can't even talk. I'm thread JD on Twitter. Shout out to Still Nama. She basically made a Twitter simulation of what could possibly be
the order of the song.
Yes, even though she didn't do that good of a job picking the songs, But she has some good polls in there.
And we all know Versus is showmanship. Diddy is a showman, but I feel like Jermaine Dupri, who's gonna come and fuck with Diddy? Jermaine Dupri gonna have all of his people on stage performing his records. Niggas gonna be out there with their head like Diddy with my money, bro.
Oh, don't do that. Don't do that. You feel me? Shine fuck with Diddy.
Now
Loon fuck with Diddy.
And they both done changed religions. They done changed careers. They done did bids.
Oh damn.
Hold on, let me just take a look at some Jermaine Dupri joints. He got TLC records. Crisscross records.
You only got 2 crisscross records that's gonna hit.
I'm just saying, bro. It's all about, you give me 20 tracks. You give me 2 crisscross records, and out of that 20, when you still got the heavy hitters we talked about, Bobby Brown records.
You got Carl Thomas,
classic record.
You got Special Delivery. Come on now. You got Danny D. Kane, Day 26.
Did he run those?
You got Young Jock.
I was going down. He got one.
That's Bad Boy South.
Bad Boy South. He had Jeezy in them before they was Jeezy.
Come on now, Boys in the Hood.
I'm trying to see. Let me see.
And then I fuck my money up, messing with what? Now I gotta find that verse now because that shit was fire. I gotta find a Diddy verse for Oh Let's Do It because you feel me?
My man's JD. You make me wanna nice and slow my way. Jagged Edge projects. Let me see. He got Cheat on You, Mace.
I got my
Honey.
billions up. Fucking with them white folks. Now I don't give a fuck because I'm richer than them white folks.
Money ain't a thing.
Money, power, respect. What he gonna do about that?
I'm looking.
When he hit you with Juicy, what he gonna do with that? Big Papa.
And I think that's why the conversation came up. Like, yo, I wrote these shits. You just paid niggas.
Nah, but he had some verses on the big records.
And
at least he was talking.
He had to talk.
Flavor in your ear.
All these niggas that you naming don't even fuck with him. That just goes to show.
Whoa. Shows it in the back. R.I.P. Black Robin. R.I.P. Craig Mack.
Man, I don't know, bro. We gonna see, but I don't know. Like you said, it's gonna be weird. I think Sonic
more money, more problem. And then you got the Mace back because Mace had a big run.
It'd be funny if this nigga was in the comments like, yo, don't play my shit. Don't play my shit.
Don't do that.
That shit gonna be. I'm dead ass.
Yeah, you know that. And then Who Shot You?
Classic shit.
Come on now.
I'm just saying it's gonna be closer than we think. And I feel like it depends on who's what.
You know what? You're right. Because I will say here, because Dipset should have beat the Locks, but the Locks,
it's song order, it's showmanship,
and Diddy. But Jermaine Dupri is smart himself, so it'll be. I think that'll be versus of the year, and that should be for 2022. Do not do it for the end of this year. Let it breathe for a second. Let it fester.
They should do it for New Year's. They should do it like that. Should start the year.
Oh, that'd be.
Oh, that should be like their what's it called? Their December 31st event. Like, yo, we're gonna close out the year with the biggest verses we could possibly do.
Yeah, because even though Drew Hill is looking for smoke from Jodeci and other bands, I ain't gonna hold you. Drew Hill got some hits.
They do. Jodeci,
that's a tough hill.
But Jodeci though.
Come and talk to me.
Every freaking day and every freaking night.
Come and talk to me. I don't want to hear you. What?
Especially if them niggas fuck with each other. They friends that day. It's late.
And also, Drew Hill got 3 new members. I don't know who the fuck they are, though. I don't see Nukio, Woody, whatever them niggas. I only see Jazz.
I just need Cisco to do the backflip. That's all I need.
But I ain't gonna hold. Whoever faced Drew Hill, y'all got an uphill battle.
You're gonna see. But now moving forward, it's time to talk about your man's. He going 3 weeks in a row. Billboard just went platinum. First rap album.
Y'all was on NBA YoungBoy's dick this week.
I think YoungBoy might beat him.
No, he's not.
He's not? Oh, because YouTube said they're not gonna play his shit. They can't. That's fucked up. Because he was like biggest artist.
But to be honest with you, we got to do a breakdown on NBA YoungBoy one of these days because I really know he's
an enigma.
Top 5 rappers that I really don't know about.
Only song I know off the top is the shit he did with Migos before he went to jail.
Yeah,
with the 50 Cent beat.
Yo, you look at his numbers. He's always in YouTube. He's always in the top 3 rappers of the year.
That's because hood niggas don't pay for streaming services. They play YouTube off their phone with their wired headphones.
Don't do that.
I'm lying.
Don't do that for our hood niggas out here. They can afford Tidal.
Dude, they damn sure not affording Tidal, nigga.
But yo, statistically wise, all his albums are platinum. But I'm just like, bro, I don't hear nobody talks about him
because
they only talk about how his fans act. I see on TikTok.
Yeah, they be grabbing that nigga up and shit.
Yeah, they be like so aggressive, but the music, I don't really hear the music.
But he doesn't put out like radio songs and shit. It's like, it's legit. It's a YouTube album. So he's smart. He monetizes his platform. He don't give a fuck about the radio.
But my thing is, homeboy's been in jail for when I started hearing about him from like, what, 3 or 4 years ago. He's been in jail majority of those years.
On and off.
Yes, on and off. He's barely been out for a whole year quietly. He's in jail right now.
He is in jail right now. He was running from the police.
So I'm just like, how is he this popular? Like, he's statistically wise, he's the only rapper that is even reaching Drake besides like Kendrick and Cole. He's the only new rapper in this age, statistically wise, is reaching the levels of Drake, but does not have the mainstream light like Drake. And this is like, yo, this is crazy.
It's an anomaly, but that's what's dope about it. He's built his own shit up, and it don't matter if he don't win awards, have public recognition from us. His fan base is fucking huge.
But go back to Drake. You see, even though Drake knows, and JCole knows himself, he's in bronze, and, and Kendrick Lamar is silver, and Drake is gold. Drake is humbled. Drake Drake sees that, and he gave JCole his flowers though.
Hold on, before we even do that, we can talk about that after. Then we can talk about the week's split topic. So JCole bodied that pipe down shit though.
But it wasn't the type of song for Drake to body in a rapping sense, like.
Oh look, here go the niggas over here making excuses.
He
took the beat. He flexed. That's all you gotta say. He give credit where credit is due.
Well, I mean, Drake gave him credit already, so I can't do that. You feel me? I want to hit.
I just I gotta say this just because I don't always want to have like a heartfelt moment when we're on stage together and shit. But, you did that pipe down freestyle the other day, right? And you were saying in the freestyle about they handed you the bronze and whatever, me and Kendrick. I just want you to understand something. You are genuinely, without a doubt, one of the greatest rappers to ever touch a mic. And I want to let you know, it's way too many people in the world that think and know that JCole is at the top on the pole position. So don't understand that shit.
But he's not number one. Certified Lover Boy. 3 weeks, number one. This is the first album.
You can
3
argue
weeks,
that
number one.
JCole got the best rap album of the year, though.
As long as Drake has the best album of the year, I'm okay. You can have rap, you can have the best R&B. As long as Drake has the best
Drake
rap,
rapper, but he can't hit. He gonna hit it with the Pusha T. It's not a rap album. Okay.
if it's as long as the best album of the year, I'm comfortable with that.
But Cole
can have that.
Cole floated on that pipe down shit, bro.
Yeah,
he floated on that shit. And I was just like, yo, more. Give me more.
My problem is why they haven't done more music together if they're like friends or brothers like they said it. I know it's competition wise, but
they don't need to. I
need a little Jodeci freestyle.
I mean, they both in different, with all respect, they probably been putting out music at different times. Think about when they're dropping. Like, Cole drops an album and then does a tour and then goes home to his family. Drake is out here working with the NBA, working with Nike. Their schedule is probably on the line.
To this shit.
I think it's dope that Drake came out for the last 2 nights of Cole's tour, right?
Yeah.
He came out 2 nights in a row. He performed with 21 Savage in Miami. He performed the night.
You didn't even like the song and the song hit.
Knife Talk? I mean, it's all right. I mean, it's not my favorite. It still gets.
Oh, I understand it's not your favorite, but I know you didn't really fuck with it.
Yeah, it's cool. I guess after for no friends in the industry, it makes sense. But I mean, the niggas was talking crazy. They was like, yo, is Drake a greater artist than Michael Jackson? I was like, these niggas is drunk.
All right. Okay. Yeah, I can't even. I'm a Drake stan.
I was waiting for you to say some fuck shit.
I'm a Drake stan, but he's not better than Mike. Just the time, the culture context of Mike when he came out and what he was doing, and then just the dancing. Drake is a great performer. I've been to his concert multiple times. He does his thing, but he's not doing what Michael Jackson only had to do a little hee and niggas was
they had the
niggas passed out in the crowd.
They had the military as his security detail. He went to other countries. He had their military niggas that was beefing with America was protecting Mike Jackson.
You don't know Drake got Prince. Come on, from Texas. Come on now. Rap a lot.
They are not deploying the U.S. Army.
That's the Army right there. He got the Texas Army right
Shut
there.
The fuck up.
You heard?
You a fucking liar. I wish we could see, like, what would the numbers look like if they actually counted streams for what they would be. Maybe then that'd be a deeper argument. He's the first artist since Mike to sell like this. That'd probably be a better way to frame that. But whoever posted that shit, they was born in the year 2004. They never heard Thriller. I be
feeling bad about Drake because Drake get these comparisons. Drake be like, yo, I'm never saying, I don't even do interviews. Like, where do y'all get in this information? I don't even put myself in that type of category, and y'all continue to put that category so people could tear me down.
Everybody shouldn't have access to Photoshop. That's the moral of that story. But nah, yo, I mean, that shit was wild. But I think him and Cole, who knows, he might get an EP from them.
Because I know why I think Kendrick Lamar and Drake are still like, they cordial, but they're not really jacking each other after that whole Control stuff. But yo, Drake and Cole are good friends.
I need to hear Drake going over one of the beats off the Cole album. That's what I need.
Yo, you know what I was thinking? It would have been a dope collab album if they did that. They did like 4 songs, 2 like Cole did it on that, and then he did it.
Like Cole and Kendrick did a couple years back.
Yeah, I would love to hear. I would love to hear Drake on the a Milli and 95 South on the JCole album, and then they do 2 songs together. That would be a nice little 6-song EP. I will
drop it as a mixtape. You heard the shit he did with Benny the Butcher?
Oh,
Drake.
I didn't hear it yet.
The Buffalo freestyle.
It came out.
It leaked. It's tough.
Yeah, because I knew they had a song together for a year or 2 now, but I guess Benny was waiting for the right time. But he keep releasing albums, and I don't hear it on it.
I think he said Drake's still to drop it as a freestyle, so it might hit DSP soon.
Oh, I might have to check that out. What's your thoughts on the Ben Simmons situation of not reporting to training camp?
Yo,
and dubbing players to reach out to him.
First of all, from his perspective, they shit on you. You were the scapegoat while they lost. I could understand being uncomfortable. Mm-hmm. Like, I get it. Like, especially in this age of mental health, we've already seen like his mindset is he's not mentally tough in the sense that he's already shown he's not really he does what he wants to do first, right? Mm-hmm. Whether that's not shoot the ball, whether that's not do all the shit he puts the Instagram videos up of him doing, because this nigga is fucking God in the gym, but but then come to the league, he be playing like a little
passing
girl,
a fucking layup,
but he has no leverage in the situation. I don't know what him. Like, I support Rich Paul if he can pull this off. Like that, he's fucking manager or agent of the decade. But I feel like he signed a contract.
Last year.
They've been talking about trading him since his 2nd or 3rd year because they were concerned about the fit. Mm-hmm. He wasn't shooting shots. You switched coaches, and he took a couple of shots in the regular season, but you didn't see him being that aggressive in postseason, right? Mm-hmm. He signs a $175 million deal, and he wants out after year 1. If you had like qualms, you could have not signed. You could have took your qualifying offer.
But I feel like with Doc fucked up with after they lost and said
100%. But
Doc, you should have known better than that. You're more seasoned than
my boss said some shit I don't like.
Joel Embiid said something.
He did, but Joel Embiid is a straight shooter, and he also apologized to him. Like he sent an olive branch on Twitter, like, "Yo, let's chop it up." Mans is not talking to anybody. He already has a history of people saying he goes ghost. He doesn't listen. He has a bunch of yes men around him that just tell him he's the greatest thing since sliced bread, and he's not. He could be, but he's not. Mm-hmm. And you have 4 years, $138 million left on your deal. You have no leverage. You luck out because they have to pay you half of your salary before November 1st. So granted, good. But I looked it up because I was really researching this shit. If he misses 3 training camp starts this week, if he misses 3 practices, they can suspend him. So suspension without pay. He misses 20 games, he loses $225,000 a game. After 20 games, it's an indefinite suspension. So they suspend him as long as they want. He could try to come back and be like, "Nah, you're suspended. Like, I don't give a fuck." Oh. And then that shit jumps to like $350. So he's losing. And then they don't have to pay him because you're telling me you're not coming. You're already not obliging by your contract.
But but then again, you don't want that person to be at the game because you don't want to know if he might lose the game on purpose.
If you want to be traded so bad, come play. Show everybody how good you really be petty. Go out there and average 30 for the first month of the season. I don't care if we go 7 and 9.
They're not going to trade him.
No, but then they're asking for crazy numbers, so a crazy compensation.
Yeah, both of them overplayed their hands. I feel like when teams was asking about Ben Simmons,
niggas was like, yo, I need 4 pick swaps, 4 first-round picks, and just starting backcourt.
And then now that Ben Simmons came out and said that I'm not reporting, you just basically took the leverage out of the team hands now, because now other teams is like, well, you was asking for all of this. Your man's want to come out. I ain't giving you all these picks and these players for a person that don't really want to stay over there. It's not even like I have to fight hard for him to come out of here. I just say, yo, Ben, report. Like, you, at the end of the day, you got to be professional.
That's a fact.
You signed the deal.
They're going to have to
made a
give you
commitment. You go play, because if this continues, you don't show up.
They're not giving you your bread.
As the other teams, I'm definitely don't want to pick you up. Or if I do pick you up, I'm not even going to pay you that much, because I'm worried that you might pull the same bullshit over here.
And you see what he said? He's like, oh, I want to go to the California teams, but not the Kings. I mean, to the Warriors, Lakers, Clippers. Niggas that have no leverage. The only team that has leverage is the Warriors. And
what
they're not
supposed to say? Russell Westbrook?
I'm about to say, niggas, at least Russell shoot. He might shoot you out of a couple games, but he going to shoot. He going to keep defense honest. So I don't know, man. And then now, on top of just Ben Simmons situation, the NBA has they have to implement the vaccination rules of the state. So like New York, the Knicks, they said their whole staff, like from the management down, is all vaccinated. But then you got certain players in Brooklyn. You got Kyrie, who doesn't surprise me. He didn't get the vaccine. Yep. You got in Orlando, Jonathan, I don't want to take a knee with my brothers because God will protect me. Isaac, he said he's not taking it. He did. He fucked his knee up, but he said he hasn't taken it because he doesn't trust people. I'm like, my nigga, I get it. You have every right to say this, but your reasoning for why you don't do shit be so off-putting.
Bro, and you're not even that guy. I'm like, yo, teams could really release you and be okay.
They gave him $80 million, so they gonna have to figure something out.
They gave him $80 million after that bullshit?
Yeah. I mean, the nigga does everything on the score except score 30. I take it. And then the biggest one, I guess you could say, we all knew Kyrie was going to do this. Andrew Wiggins, he tried to get a religious exemption, and San Francisco said no, and the league said no. So essentially,
but we also have to report that 90% of the players are vaccinated.
Yeah, but then those 3 stand out because Kyrie's in New York. You have to be vaccinated to go into Barclays. Yep. So he's taking the risk of not playing home games. Same thing with Andrew Wiggins in Golden State. I'm not sure what it's Florida. Florida probably don't give a fuck, but I'm not sure what they're saying down there. But it's crazy because like the NBA has been at the forefront of all of this, whether it was the bubble to try to make sure they maintain the league by keeping players safe, and then finding different mandatory COVID testing and setting a great example for how you should be tested. But now it's like, well, what does it look like when your $150 million athlete says that they're not playing? And do they have the right to tell them what they should and shouldn't put into their bodies? What do you think?
That's true, because now Wiggins can't
play at home games now.
Home games, so that's like basically 40 games.
41 games on his end, and then they still got games against the Clippers, against the Lakers, against Sacramento. So that's another 9 games.
Yeah, so damn.
He come to New York. They play New York once outside of what's it called. So then
with Kyrie, I feel like he's pissing the Nets the fuck off. You saw everything that he's been doing since he got there. Yo, I feel like they're just waiting for a good deal to come on the table, and they're going to ship him out of there.
But KD doesn't want him to go. KD said apparently they had a Kyrie for Ben Simmons thing set up, and then KD said nah.
I was like, yo, KD, fuck out of here. You signed an extension. You ours.
I did that shit in a heartbeat for the simple fact that, Ben Simmons is that all defensive player that they could use. Mm-hmm. He can be a second or third playmaker.
He already got a ball handler.
And it's insurance, in case, we see some decline. He got 4 years left. So him and KD will be tied in together. They both 6'10" and taller, play defense. Now you got that gunner who's going to take the shots but also not crowd the pace.
And he's more reliable.
And I think
Kyrie's injury prone.
Even better than that, Kyrie and Joel Embiid, while they are injury prone, how do you guard that?
Oh, that's a fact.
You mean to tell me now we can't double and triple Joel Embiid because we got to worry about Tobias Harris in the corner, Danny Green in the opposite corner, and then Kyrie gets to go one-on-one if we do double? Fuck out of here.
Yo, bro, I lock KD, and if it was before he signed the extension, I would listen to KD. But if I'm a team owner, I'm locking that trade in. Ben Simmons, he's going to come play for us. He's going to be in a good squad. We already got protections for his weakness.
We got all the scoring in the fucking world. There's nobody in the paint that's taking up all them spots. He would basically be there. He'd be playing point center. Him and Harden would alternate on the ball.
So why would I not And then Kyrie, and then you got to think about the negatives of Kyrie. He's going to take a couple of days for mental health reasons. He's going to not want to do media like that, so you can't really use him for press and all that other stuff. He's injury prone, so he's going to take some games off just off a slight knickers and bangs. Why am I going so hard for him for? I'm taking that trade.
I think it leads to also like professionalism in sports now. I know there's a big saying like the player empowerment has run too crazy in the NBA. Mm-hmm. And a lot of times I'm for the players. I just feel like, yo, if you paying somebody damn near $250 million, like there's some shit you're gonna have to deal with. Nigga, I'm dealing with shit for like less than 75 right now. Like, you have to deal with it. And I think that we've coddled our athletes so much, especially when we know they're going somewhere, that now it's just like, yo, they get a murder. You see what they talking about Zion?
What they saying about Zion?
They said Zion might be the first like high profile player to not sign a rookie extension. He does. They say he doesn't like New Orleans. He doesn't like David Griffin.
Oh yeah.
He might do this shit where he signs his He'll play out his next 2 years and then sign his qualifying offer so that he has the ability to veto any trade if he becomes a free agent.
Oh no, I put that. The Pelicans ain't going nowhere.
They built I don't know. They got some young talent, but I don't know what's going to look.
They keep trading talents, and they're not doing that. Ingram needs to get out of there if he really wants. But honestly, then again, he's going to be the star. It's going to be his team, so I think he likes that.
It'll be easy if Zion leaves and they can get a decent package. I think Ingram would still he'd be a 28, 29. He'd be like a Bradley Beal almost in the sense of scoring on a bad team. But they also again have drafted some good pieces where like it'd be easier to rebuild because Zion is so unique. You feel me? Like he's under 6'8". But he doesn't get you 10 rebounds. He jumps out there, but he doesn't shoot. He doesn't get you a lot of rebounds. He's showing some play. Young. He is young, but I'm just saying, like, but he's still 27 points in the paint for a guy like Ingram who's a mid-range killer.
What? That perfect. But going back to the NBA vaccination, there's rules. Y'all don't get vaccinated. You won't play the home games. We will fine you.
That's a game check.
That's At the end of the day, you don't want to get vaccinated. We can't force you, but these are rules that we're going to have to enforce. And that's the only thing that can be said.
And I think that's the thing with the NBA now. I think when they do their CBA, the owners are really going to be on the player association's ass and say, yo, we gave y'all all these concessions, revenue split, blah, blah, blah. Y'all making $200 million a game. Mm-hmm. I'm paying $200 million. You're going to tell me you don't want to be here because you don't like the weather. You don't want to be here because you don't like the media. Like, all right, I'll concede that, but we're taking back some more money because we have to protect ourselves. So we might like, you know, honestly, you can say in the next 5-10 years, players might have started getting those $250, $300 million contracts as opposed to just hitting those 200s now. You feel me? With the way the league is set up, if they can bounce back from COVID, but a lot of guys might lose out on some money in the future. Braun will have to get his. He's like, all right, I'm not fighting for y'all niggas no more.
Oh, facts. He's not doing that. When he tried to get them to sit out during the bubble and niggas wasn't jacking what he was doing, Braun knows he knows what his goal for the next 2 or 3 years. He want to beat Kareem, and he also just want to play ball with his son and get 2 or 3 more rings. That's his objective. He don't care about anything else because he already got his stuff moving with uninterrupted and in the shop. He already got his shit moving, so he not fighting for nobody no more. So I don't blame him.
That's a fact. So how you want to do this, bro? You want to go get toxic and then drop the song of the weeks at the end? What you want to do?
Let's get toxic.
All right, you know what?
Drop it, Slick.
You know what time it is, y'all.
I can be toxic, but so what? You gonna love it here. Shit, fuck is you talking about? We have fun over here.
That's a fact.
It's very fun here.
It's a fact. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, we'd like to welcome you to the TSA, the Toxic Service Announcement of the Week. It's your boy, Slick Grayson.
It's your boy, B Breezy.
So let's talk about it, bro. We got some fun ones for y'all. We're not talking about how we like our vaginas to look this week because we know that was a wild ass conversation.
You didn't like that? I like
that shit was different, boy.
That was a good look. Come on now.
So first up, this joint, I seen this video on TikTok and I was really just thinking about like, yo, niggas is really going to other countries for women, for cosmetic surgery, for everything. I was like, yo, this shit different, boy. Nigga posted the video. He's like, oh, $40. I get all these bad bitches in here. I'm like, $40? American?
Yo, I don't blame niggas. And I don't blame women.
You think that's a cop out though?
Have you not seen the
quality?
the quality. But have you not seen like the conflict that we've been having just among genders and other stuff in America? Just like, I feel like we're in a state of confusion. You know, like I said before, women are coming in more into their own. They're adapted more to the modern day feminism, and they're still kind of like struggling with their identity of traditional.
You just mansplain women in a toxic session. Oh shit!
Wait, I didn't say nothing bad.
Oh, you just telling them they don't understand themselves. They don't understand their femininity.
That's what a homegirl told me.
This might not go well.
That's what a homegirl told me.
These are the thoughts of be breezy and be breezy alone.
Oh damn! I thought I was being PC, and then I gotta be more PC.
You got
they're not struggling with their identity. They're finding their identity in this new world now, because now more opportunities are being made for them, and they're still they are into their modern feminism, but they also have to, I guess, remove the society brainwash that they had before. Am I being PC right?
I think so. You cleaned it up a little.
We 37 on the top 100 list. We got fans now. I don't want to get to that. We get started. Don't do that.
But nah, shit crazy though. Like niggas is going over there getting new teeth and shit, coming back looking like woodpeckers and shit. Fucking chipmunks.
That's a fact.
I was like,
girls is getting their BBLs.
That shit was scared the fuck out of me, because you can't even take a seat on the plane.
You got a wheelchair, like, yo.
I'm like, you don't want to just go to Miami? We could pay an extra couple G's. I get your booty done right.
But they show America's getting too damn expensive out here.
That shit, wow.
In every aspect, whether you dating, shit is hella expensive, because you can't even take girls to regular. You can't.
Ain't no dinner in a movie no more. We can't go to the taco spot and catch a flick.
Hell no.
And if she say that right, if she not her saying I can do that, look at her face and say, you lying. When the last time you let me do that?
Feel me? Like, girls, get that off. Girls want you in America now to take them on a trip for their first date or so. They want you to go to Jamaica with them and everything. So it's like,
and not give up no poom poom. That was some shit. I see that shit on the nigga. I was like, what? Shorty said, just because we go on vacation doesn't mean we gonna have sex. I'm like, that's fine, but just know you getting your own room.
Yo, can we talk about this a little bit? This was live in the document. You girls,
there you go. Once you girls start,
women. I'm sorry, you women. Y'all are the most confusing creatures I have ever met in my entire life. I would say some, not all. Why would you feel comfortable going to a foreign land with someone,
but you're gonna be mad he trying to make a move, or he thinking it's some romantic shit? Half of the time vacations is romantic.
First of all, I'm not going to no trip with no girl that I have not even smashed yet. Like, that's not even going to even happen.
Ain't no conversation that deep.
Ain't no conversation. I'm like, I have to, if it's 1 or 2 times, cool. That's when you eligible for a trip. I would not take a girl who I never really did anything with and go on a trip and then expect to do something there. First of all, I blame guys. You guys got no fucking game. Shout out to y'all for making money. So now y'all just dumping money here left and right. But y'all fucking up the ecosystem out here.
Women just assume I'm supposed to buy you Birkin bags and shit and fly Birkin you out.
Roof Chris. But you whole time is your piece hitting. That's not really your bread over there. You feel me?
Sound like prostitution to me.
Oh, God.
I don't give a fuck. Niggas is paying for pussy. I don't give a fuck. I said it. Yes, I said it. I don't care.
Yo, y'all just taking to the roof, Chris, and all that other stuff. Y'all fucking up the ecosystem now, because you feel me? You know what the big thing is? Girls are seeing other girls getting this,
and now they want it.
Yeah, they be like, yo, I'm a bad bitch.
I look better than her.
This nigga took me to Olive Garden, but I should be eating a filet mignon out here.
He said all I could get was breadsticks and salad, but that's free. What's happening here? What's happening? But then I think that leads to the point now, like, dudes is like, yeah, all right, fuck it. Y'all, you don't want to fuck with me? I'm getting my little $600 trip, go to one of these little countries, and
and then the shorties, what I heard, shorties from the international show you much more love out there. So it's like, why am I going to get no love out here, or even do all this stuff and not get coochie? But I could go over there and do all of this for $40.
$40, I can have you and her.
The currency exchange is amazing in certain countries, and get all of that. I'm gonna deal with that.
I feel like that shit. It also, like you said, the game has been cheated because then it's like you come back here and it's like you don't even want to deal with shorty with an attitude because she just asked you a question,
and then that's when
like, what you mean? You think my ass don't look nice? Here you go, fuck it.
Yep,
Never mind.
and that's why marriages. People getting married later now in life. People having kids later on in life because it's like, yo,
because they going to other countries and fucking girls for the low. That's why they waiting.
That was the comparison I was gonna make, but sure. But I'm just like, yo, but I just say we're in a state of identity in America, as far as dating wise. Goddamn, somebody trying to kill you. But yeah, that's what it is though. Is it have more access in other countries than it is in America. And I'm not saying women to lower your status. And I feel like the biggest thing about girls be like, oh, you only want coochie, you want coochie. I'm like, no, it's not like we only want coochie, but y'all want all these things from us. But even though we make a slight demand, not a slight demand, but a slight
requested.
It's like, oh no. And also with the sex thing, matter of fact, we might have to just scrap most of the toxic time because I'm about to go on a rant right now.
That's fine.
Sex is mutually beneficial for both parties. I'm tired of y'all women out here making sex only a guy thing. Like y'all not getting y'all just a job for them.
It's a job for the ladies.
Because if we don't make you come, you're gonna
talk your shit and you're gonna have a bad day, boy.
I'm in the group chats and shit. Bitches laughing at me when I'm walking around. Yo.
Wait a minute. How do we get here?
Nah, because I'm ready to pod down. Where's the toxic segment at? Because I'm tired of women making sex a thing for just us guys. It's like, no, it's a mutual beneficial thing. Like, you want dick sometimes too, girl.
Apparently, they want it more than us all the time.
So I'm just like, why are you attributing just sex to us? Like, oh, as a form of, I don't want to say form of payment, a form of, give me a good word, Slick. A form of,
it's like
a benefit for us.
It's a means to an end.
Yeah, for us, where you're not enjoying anything. Because it's like, yo, if I would just pipe you and not care about if you get your note off or anything like that, you're not gonna want to fuck me again. You're not gonna do all of this again. So you have to get your own instead for you to fuck me again.
I'm about to say that's a fact.
So women stop using sex as a leverage over us because it's a mutual thing.
And apparently, because there's a girl in a little Nicaraguan village that's gonna fuck the shit out you, right?
You feel me? Two of them. Two of them. They say they're gonna do a little piece of change out here. You feel me? So y'all better tighten up, women out here. You okay?
So you be like, America? I want to go to America.
Oh no. Green card. Oh man. But speaking of sex though, we were meant to put this in the docket before, but I want to bring it up. Yo, you ever had sex with a girl and she only let you hit once?
And this is why you go on vacation, apparently, right?
Don't do that. Nah, but it's like, yo, a shorty, you only hit a shorty once and she never let you hit again. You be feeling so.
You gotta talk to the sex guy, like, is my dick trash?
Oh, like, you really be like, yo, did I really fuck it up? Like, she told me I killed her shit, but
I thought we was having fun.
Like, yo, no nigga want to kill one girl one time, though.
And you try to link with that gang, like, oh, nah, I'm busy. I got school, I got work.
Oh, bro.
My baby daddy just got out of jail. I don't know. It be some miscellaneous shit, like, you not even married. You don't got no kids.
You feel me? I'm just like, yo, you're not going to let me hit one more time? Like, I didn't put my best performance. And, the first game is always the bad game. I was warming up.
I was feeling you out, trying to see what you like. You know, I tried to put your leg on my shoulder. You said, I like that.
I don't know if I had to pull your frontal off, you feel me? Choke you a little bit, make you act a little weird to me.
I grabbed your neck and you slapped the shit out of me. I ain't like that. I stopped. I got the gummy. I'm sorry.
You feel me? I ain't know you want to be punched in the rib. Let me know that, and I'll punch you in the rib next time, girl.
Yo, it's wild. It's like, wait, hold on. I'm trying. Yeah, them one time shits, those shits hurt your pride more than that's worse than her telling you got a little dick. It's like, nah, it's big to somebody, bitch. Fuck you.
You feel me? Like, obviously, one night stands. Obviously, it is what it is.
But if you don't text me afterwards, like, you don't follow me on some shit, like, at least I know I fucked her. Like, I fucked her, but I fucked her.
You feel me? Like, yo, I killed your shit. All right. At least, she want to link me at least two. Because, us guys, and this is a rule that we don't talk about as us guys, is you're only allowed to hit a girl 3 times before you have to start making a decision about her.
That's a fact.
Fellas, listen to me now. If you don't know what you're going to do with her, brother, you want to make her a situation thing or a relationship thing, you're only valid for 3 hits. After 3 hits, she's gonna start expecting something more.
She gonna hit you with the so what are we? We all know what are we? We are going home. That's what we're doing.
So you only have 3 times to hit shorty before
it's
you know.
It's 2 in a pop. It's 2 in a pop. Because the third time, that's when y'all should be in sync. So once y'all, it's like you. If you just like all right,
like you know, like I'm a missionary. You know, after 2 punches, she gonna want you to turn her around. Now you know you already know her. You already know her routine already.
You gotta while you hit it, you gotta look at her eyes. Be like, hold on. Oh shit, she falling in love. It's time to go.
Like, and now we gonna kiss a missionary now.
I'm about to say, ladies, if he kissing you on your neck while he hitting it from the side or something, just know it's over. He trying to stay.
What?
He trying to stay.
If I give you eye contact during missionary and start kissing you, mama, I love you.
I'm about to say.
Oh, this is real.
You topped him off and he kissed you after. That nigga is not leaving.
You got the juice box, mama. You got the juice box if I'm kissing you during missionary. But yeah, that one time hit shit really be fucking niggas up. Ladies, stop doing that out here.
Nah, they got every right to do it, but it's like shit. Damn, can I get a reason? I guess this is like I guess reciprocated for ghosting shorties. When you ghost a girl and you see her like years later, y'all have a whole conversation. I was like, I didn't know I meant this much to you. I'm so sorry.
Oh yeah,
I'm so sorry.
You really be thinking like, yeah, I was trying to save you from getting to that point, but you already was at that point already.
Like so then you hit it, it's like, oh shit, now she not talking to me no more. Damn, I was an itch she had to scratch.
Oh, I ain't gonna lie. You know, us guys be thinking like, oh yeah, I could be used for sex. Nah.
Not unless you was a whole nigga before.
Yeah. You have to really be like a real treesh ass nigga to
like
really
you dirty, like you just fucking everything.
Because you ain't gonna want to feel like a piece of meat all the goddamn time though.
Like, yo, you don't want to talk. You don't want to get down to eat. You just want to fuck.
You're not gonna ask me about my 2K, my career, or something, mama.
So you don't give a fuck about Call of Duty, do you? No.
Fuck. You're not even gonna care that the game is cheating me right now. You're not even gonna pretend.
It's gonna be like raising Kanan, like Kanan mom, son. that nigga, she's like, what's all this shit you trying to do, nigga? He's like, I'm trying to make love to you. No, fuck me. I was like, bitch, how dare you? I give a fuck about you. I want you to know I care.
That's a fact, girl. This ladies, you know, like I said, this is a safe space for toxic masculinity, you know, for the male fragile egos out here. You feel me? We got egos too.
No, we should should just one day just have some of our female friends come through and let's leave them in the studio. Y'all have y'all episode. Y'all have y'all toxic section.
Oh, that's a fact.
And we're gonna just put it out. And whatever comes out of it comes out of it.
Oh, but you know I'm responding next episode.
Oh yeah, I'm shooting back. I'm shooting back.
So be warned about that.
I'm about to say, don't you dare insinuate some bullshit.
What time we at, Slick?
That's a minute. That's an hour and 16. So you know what we gonna do? We gonna docket these other toxic topics. We gonna come back with them next week. And I think we gonna make it so we gonna start putting the songs of the week at the end of the episode. So from here, we're gonna drop the songs of the week. I got 2.
Mm-hmm. And if you're on YouTube, you feel me? Please, the song of the week won't be there. Go on all the
That's exactly why we put it at the end of the episode. You're gonna hear a little. We're gonna give you our little theme music on the way out now, and then we're gonna drop the songs of the week at the end of the joint.
You already know. I'm the host with the most music.
Yo, it's your boy Slick Grayson. Y'all have a great week. Make sure you stay tuned for the song of the week coming up in about 20 seconds.
Takao.
Yo, what's good, y'all? It's your boy Slick here with the songs of the week for episode 42. Please let us know how you feel about us dropping the songs of the week at the end of the episode as opposed to when we used to drop them right before we can get toxic with y'all, right? We want to know so we can see if we got to make some changes. But first up, we got beat.